Golfers, do you suffer from constantly buying new golf gloves?
All the time.
Does your golf glove get sweaty, crusty, or torn?
Over and over again.
Well, the innovative new Claw glove might be for you. The Claw will outlast, play cooler, and grip better than traditional leather gloves.
Side effects may include more greens hit, frequent visits from the cart girl, unexpected confidence, big payouts from your buddies, and in some cases, shooting your lowest round.
Golfers, it's time to expect more from your golf glove.
Don't use Claw Glove if you have a history of excuses for poor play and need to blame something besides your skill set.
God, you suck.
If you experience sudden lowering of scores, call your head golf pro and cancel that lesson.
I have the power to lower my score with Claw Glove.
Go to clawglove.com and see if Claw Glove is right for you.
Cut! It's a wrap.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Umpire with Amanda, Uncensored. This week, by the request of I don't know who, we're going to call in the golf father, Mr. Bill. Maybe? Oh, there he is. Hello.
That production guy still sucks. I just want you to know. He
You're a
still
little
sucks.
slow on the draw there.
Yeah, I mean, he was terrible when I
jitters.
it's like when I was last year, he was terrible, and when I got back, I figured he either get fired or somebody knew, and he's still bad. He's terrible. It's like,
well,
yeah, he is.
I'm
It
glad
took like 12 seconds, you know. And what do you mean you don't know who requested to have me on there? I don't get it. I didn't understand that dry, very dry sense of humor.
I'm
was very
sure
dry.
that the requests are piling in.
Oh yes, they were piling. A lot of people are happy now. I know that they're happy now because they were sad that they were missing my face. So they're like, "Yeah, he's back." So it's like, okay.
On that note,
we'll talk more about me. Isn't that what this show is? Uncensored with Bill Cuebas? No.
No.
Huh?
No.
I thought. Okay.
So if you would like to pack Craig's lunch every day, then you can call yourself Uncensored. So.
Sorry, Craig, you're on your own, bro. But I heard there's a good holiday coming.
But all right, so this segment, I do want to talk about course management. So I have had the privilege, I've been working with a local high school team in the area and going out and kind of assisting the girls. And while, yes, I can help with golf swings, I am not a teacher by trade, a swing coach. And a lot of these girls take lessons and whatnot. But one of my things that I really have a passion for and I really enjoy and I've taught a lot doing is course management. I think it's a way harder thing than people give it credit for. But I also think that it's something that is very easy to start incorporating into your golf game and save you strokes. Yeah. So before I dive into some of my theories, I want to hear your feedback, Bill, on is course management something you think about, and or when did you start thinking about it, and has it made a difference that you acknowledge? It doesn't mean you always have to make the right decision, but how has it affected your game in general?
I learned about course management in about the 4th or 5th year of playing. I got a GPS. And I took a lesson, and the gentleman's name was Andy. and he's like, you got to play to your strength. You got to find out where from 135, 120, right, whatever, around that area, where do you feel more comfortable? Do you feel better? Like me, I hate being in 50 yards. 50 yards in, I hate. Where our co-host, he likes it and he plays well to it. I don't. I like being around that 7. I like being my full club. I like being 75 yards out with my 60 wedge, and anything further than that, then I can go to my sand wedge and stuff like that.
A full swing.
Yes, I like a full swing. I don't like. I'm not. I mean, I don't think I spend enough time on that 3/4 swing, and I think that leaves too much. I start thinking too much, and of course, the only time I'm going to hit that 60-degree wedge, 300 yards, is when I'm 60 yards in. So I avoid that.
That is very true.
It's the truth. It's like you never hit your sand wedge 100 yards until you're right next to the pin. So there's a lot of it's craziness. So I love my goal on my shots on course management are between 100 and 75, because then I can hit any of my wedges to get me in. Yeah. And honestly, even if I'm on a lot, I just played in Myrtle Beach. So when some of those par 4s were almost 500 yards, so I'm not getting there in 2. There's no way. So I broke it up. And sometimes I don't want to hit my driver. It's not, I don't care if I hit it. I don't want to be past where I feel comfortable. So for me, I believe course management is key. We can make the strokes up, because the closer you are to that pin and you start putting, I was lucky. I putted really well. So I didn't have a lot of 3 putts in Myrtle Beach, which was good for me. So even if I had to take an extra stroke, getting to it, I didn't care about my green in regulation as opposed to getting to my distance. And that's why I work. So I think course management is key for anybody that really wants to play this game the right way. Course management.
Right. And I think, so working with these very young gals out on the golf course, a lot of them, most everyone out there has some type of golf swing. I know there's some newer freshmen that are working on their game and getting better, but even I never think it's too early to start kind of learning how to incorporate any type of mental strengthening / course management / how golf is already hard enough. So when we're out there, and yesterday I was talking to a young lady about, when you're out on the course, she's a great golf swing. She's very talented, but she's like, I can't score well. And that, I hear that from so many people. I hit the ball actually pretty decent, even on the range and on the course, but I don't score well. And I'm like, yes, because your misses have to be kind of wrangled up. And so when you do hit a bad shot and you do hit something that you have to take all of the danger out of play. So every shot that you're hitting, like, you should go out and play one full round of what I call mental golf, where you say, okay, what shot, even if I flub it, isn't going to get me in trouble here? So if there is a ravine, if the pin's 200 yards and you're like, well, I can hit my X club 200 yards, but can you? Because there's a ravine at 180, which means you've got to carry 190, whatever you're hitting. Exactly. Now, if that club you told me that I can hit it, but how consistently? Is it once out of every 10? Is there chance that if you don't catch it flush, it isn't going? You have to be realistic. So why not lay up into, like, Bill, it's great that you said lay up to your favorite spot. Why not put yourself in primo condition? And I was telling the girl yesterday, I said, if you lay up, so obviously they don't hit the ball as far, they're working on their game. So par 4, she's like, I said, you need to lay up. And she's like, on a par 4? But I said, yeah, but if you're putting yourself to where she loves 75 yards, if you love that, there's a good chance you're going to stick the next one and be able to make your putt and make your up and down. I'd rather you take a par or bogey than hit it in the water and take double or triple.
Yep.
So it's, yeah, but in their brain, she's going, well, I have to be on in 2 because that's what's regulation.
Yeah,
So
it is.
I think it's definitely very mental when it comes to, it's okay sometimes to take the worst of 2 evils.
Oh yeah, and speaking of 2 evils, what I
But
used
the
to
less
do
you
is,
do, the better.
well, no, they're both evils for me. So I tell everybody
right.
I'm a scratch golfer. Every time I hit the ball, I scratch my head. So yeah,
Right.
I'm a scratch golfer for that point. But when I wanted to learn the difference of what you were saying, you know, about playing smart and go out there and play this as opposed to that, what I did was I played 2 balls off the tee. I went there, practice round, didn't care about anything, kept both scores. My first shot was me. Go out there, don't care about nothing. Second shot is, okay, this one's 390. If I hit my 3-wood, blah, 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 it's going to get me to here. Then I can come up and I can hit my strong club. That's the second one. Well, they'll soon figure out that the number 2, the one where you actually use your brain as opposed to your heart. I can smash this thing. I'm this, I'm that. I do this all the time. No, try that, you know, be you, and then try the smart you. And you're going to find out real quick that if you want to, even if it's 4 or 5 strokes, you got to pick 4 or 5 strokes is huge to pick up. Huge. And that's really especially in a tournament.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think it's funny because it's our psyche and our ego get in the way.
Absolutely.
Because what happens is, like, for the girl that was like, well, wait a minute. Of course I want to be on in 2 because it's a par 4. I want to be on in reg. But my thought here is, would you rather have a bogey or a triple? Like, I get it. And we will get you to where you're on in 2 and you hit the ball further and you have no problems saying, oh, well, that water at 180 is no big deal because I hit my hybrid 9 times out of 10, 195 yards. Like, great. But until then, you're going to make it a lot easier on yourself.
Absolutely.
To step back and kind of analyze. But I think, you know, the mental approach, it's a muscle. You have to use it. You have to learn it. It's not just something innately we're going to do.
I was telling people in Myrtle Beach when we were playing, because, you know, you have people from all around the world, literally. And I played pretty well. I played to the people that I played, you know, that I was playing with.
Sure.
And it was funny because one of the guys was like, hey, you play really well. I was like, yeah, I'm about 30 yards from being really good. And he started laughing because he knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Because one of my, I could, okay, 240 this way, 240 that way, 240 down to there. I didn't know where it was going to go. So if I can just keep that dispersion at a smaller area,
you're going to be so much better off in the long run. And so to the amateurs out there listening to this is something that you have to practice and you have to introduce to yourself, and you're going to feel weird about having a game plan. You have to do it. Yeah. And I'm already getting the flash from the producer.
You got flash. It wasn't me. I promise. I didn't flash it. I didn't do it.
Signaled. Get off. With that said, thanks for everyone for tuning in. Bill, great to have you back, and just happy to have you here.
Great to be back.
For those of you at home, work on that mental game, work on that course management, and right into the show. We love hearing from you. And thanks until next week. Keep swinging for par.